Today on Kraken's Garage, we're going to talk about BMW's new M1000RR. Let's get cracking. Yesterday, by RSVP at Morton's BMW in Fredericksburg, Virginia, hosted an event with Nate Kern, who is a sponsored factory rider for BMW and had a hand in the development of the M1000RR. Bike was amazing, and we're going to just skim the surface of some of the specs on it. People that are very interested in this bike are going to know a heck of a lot more than I ever will. Due to COVID, everybody's wearing masks. Nate was wearing a mask, so it was very difficult to hear him. I couldn't get a mic in front of him to record what he had to say about the bike. I have a few snips that I'll share here and there throughout the video, but otherwise I'm just going to have it in the background while I'm doing a voiceover in the meantime. As I said, it was hosted by Morton's BMW of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Jeff Mass is the owner. Steve is the sales manager, and reach out to those two if you're in the area. They're great people. I personally have bought 2 BMWs from Steve over the years, and they're just a stand-up organization supporting the brand for a very long time. Let's talk about the BMW and why you're all here. I got to see it, sit on it, and it was in person, and it was amazing. The fit and finish was some of the finest I've ever seen. And it's always good to see Nate Kern, who's kind of one of my heroes. He's an brand ambassador for BMW. So yesterday from 4 to 8 p.m., the M1000RR Superbike with BMW brand ambassador and racing legend Nate Kern. Nate is an old friend of Morton's BMW, was involved in the development of the new M bike. He'll be here for an exclusive first appearance in the Mid-Atlantic region of the highest performance bike BMW has ever built. They aren't kidding. No joke. It is a race bike with turn signals. This very exclusive, race-ready new sport bike will be joined by the S1000RR race as Nate takes you through the design, performance, features, and packages that will come with the MRR. The assembly of the M1000RR has been developed in sports racing and perfected for the road. For this purpose, they increase the power of the 4-cylinder inline engine from the RR for a higher torque mid-range, have increased the maximum speed by 500 RPM to 15,100 RPM. The titanium connecting rods are lighter, the rocker arms are 1.5 millimeters narrower, the airbox funnel has been shortened. Millimeter work for milliseconds. In addition, there are 2 ring-forged pistons with cross ribbing and a cylinder head with new channel geometry and reinforced bearing brackets. Overall result, more dynamics and reduced mass inertia. For a shorter ratio, the rear sprocket has been given a tooth and the chain and wheelbase have been lengthened. The slipper clutch works without self-reinforcement for the perfect launch control. A couple of specs on the new BMW. It's a water-cooled 4-cylinder, 4-stroke, inline, 4 titanium valves per cylinder, and BMW shift cam. Bore stroke is 80 millimeters by 49.7 millimeters. It's 999 cc's. Rated output is 205 horsepower at 13,000 RPM. Max torque 83 pounds-foot at 11,000 RPM. Compression ratio is 13.5 to 1. Closed loop 3-way catalytic converter, Euro 5 emissions. Top speed 189 miles per hour. Unleaded super premium, octane number 95 to 98 RON. Knock control rated at 98 RON. Alternator puts out 450 watts. The M lightweight battery, 12 volt lithium ion at 5 amps. So there's some quick specs on the bike. Let's talk about Nate a little bit. This guy's fascinating. Now, Nate Kern, the brand ambassador for BMW, is certainly known for his road racing accolades, but they're generally associated with purpose-built bikes, bred for winning. So entering a BMW R9T into a road race was certainly not something most racers would entertain. However, Kern made history at the opening round of the AHRMA Road Race Series at Roebling Road Raceway in Georgia, officially making it the first sanctioned race for the BMW R9T in the world. The BMW Cafe bike, with the talented Kern at the helm, not only performed well, but also took home 2 podium finishes. So that's just a little background of Nate. Fascinating guy to talk to. Morton's handed out a sheet. If you want to order it, it must be done online. I'll post the link down below to BMW's website where you can order it if you're interested in ordering it.
I'm not allowed to say.
Oh, damn.
But I will tell
Questions
you. But no joke, there's certain things I just can't share because we haven't had a world press launch yet, and each market's different. So each market gets different horsepower, meaning if you're Euro 5 or not, which are obviously 2 markets. And then, you know, the weights and this and that. So that will be out shortly. Okay. Sorry, I can't disclose it. But I will tell you, if for some reason, let's say an M really is in your future, at 3 p.m. on Thursday, the 10% deposit. So go figure. I can't say the number, but
we can say the number.
Public schooling is 10%. If you need 3,700 down, come on, you're smarter than I look, right?
And all the bikes come to the U.S. have the competition package. So there was a question on that like a month or so ago.
Yeah, the base versus the competition.
Yeah, so they all have the competition package in the U.S.
Yeah. Yep. So you know the difference between the base and the competition is very simple. Just like the first HP4s that came out in 13 and 14, it was an aesthetics package where by no means we couldn't take away any performance between the two, or it would be an M. So you're still going to get the carbon wheels, the M brakes, definitely the winglets, the engine internals, the rear geometry, which you haven't even gotten to yet. I'm super impressed with the rear of this motorcycle, which really trickled down heavily from the HP4 race. We learned a lot from the setup, but it was kind of an internal, you know, that going on, like how quickly they will all sell out. But it is our first M, like true M, and not just M package. So if for some reason you guys have that ability, and let's say things change by the time it comes, the point is you got an M, and you'll always be able to move this. Right. So just giving you a heads up.
Like I said, they're going to require a 10% deposit, which is $3,700 US. The estimated price is somewhere around $37,000. Yeah, it's a lot of coin, but it's a lot of bike. Once the deposit is made, you'll get a verification code, which should mark a bike for you. Keep in mind this program is first come, first served, and there's a limited number of bikes coming. Simply having the verification code does not guarantee you the bike. Ordering your bike soon after 3 p.m. Thursday, January 21st, is strongly recommended. That's Eastern Standard Time. If at some point you need to cancel your pre-order, your deposit will be refunded. The only way to cancel the pre-order is for you to go to the initial confirmation email and click on the cancel button. So that's how it's going to go down. It's a fascinating bike. At the end of this video, I'm going to include a couple of clips where you can hear some audio. I hope you enjoyed it. One kind of neat feature that Nate told me about was there was a brake lever protector on the right front brake. And he said the reason because of that is when everybody launches at the very beginning of the race, and they all hit turn 1, it's not uncommon for bikes to bump into each other. And if one of them bumps your front brake lever at those speeds, even with ABS, it'll go end over teacup, like that. So that prevents that from happening. I'll throw a picture up on the screen. I thought that was kind of a cool tidbit. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more in the future, hit that subscribe button down there in the corner. And remember, folks, go riding. It's good for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Ones would take off a little top speed, and one of them actually had a reverse effect. So, meaning if you rotate too much cresting the hill, because you really cannot really bike effortlessly like a double R.
Right. Oh yeah,
like an S. Yeah, you know, with not just the wings, we'll get to the linkage and the rear, but cresting hills, it had actually a little reverse effect. So we ended up going with this, which aesthetically, some people internally were like, yeah, they don't look as good. We don't care performance. All we want. How do you make sure that all of us can ride motorcycle stuff? So from there, what people can't see as you get to the engine, it's definitely revs quicker. Is it astronomically quicker? Not really. Is it quicker? Yes. So the titanium connecting rod, the forged pistons are they're actual race pistons, which is nice. 2-ring pistons. But the valve train can handle all that additional light weight and extra RPM. So yeah. And the valve train right off of our roller guns.
But set was short something.
I was waiting for somebody to say. So it's real simple. I have a simple answer. Real simple. And that is California has delicate ears in the state. DOT standards in California dictate all 49 other states in regards to sound. So it's not just exhaust sound, it's intake and valve train. So they combine all of it together. They measure in second gear. So second gear definitely got neutered to adhere to California's delicate ears. And I can't openly enforce,
Right.
what people do to fix that.
Brent, I don't understand, right? Maybe.
Trust me.
Maybe. Who did yours?
Yeah, I thought I'd show you this. Just found out about it today.
So yeah, the European spec
Yeah.
ECU